Oh boy! Hi guys. I am up a few minutes after noon today because I was watching SEN and I don't like to go up until after it's done. But oh my god, this touchpad thing is so freaking crazy. I have so many Mac things to bitch about in a second, but I don't like to go up until it's done. But I never know when they're gonna wrap because they don't wrap on time. And that's annoying as shit. Also, let me turn down this light because it seems like it's glaring on you guys. Is that a little better? A little less glare? I'm still doing it. Why? Because of the mirror behind me, but why doesn't it usually do that? Well, it is what it fucking is today. Maybe if I sit over here. Does that help? Okay, so tons of stuff today. SEN is still up right now. Good job, Roca, Ellis, Kate, Goddard for holding down the show today. I will say though, we have a ton of stuff to talk about here on this show today, but I do just want to comment on what I heard at the end of the conversation there. Because it was so weird. Also, like, what the fuck with this? It was so strange. And Roca was talking about like what qualifies as cheating. And I was so surprised because he's like pretty old school with certain things. Look at what I'm trying to do. What the flying fuck? See, that gets rid of it. We're putting this here for right now. Does that help? No! I'm stacking shit up. Okay. So, janky as hell. Look at, like, what the actual fuck. So, Roca was talking about what qualifies as cheating. And, oh my god. I actually feel like I just slayed. Killed it. Look, I'm living in a fort. It literally is like my fort. Look how massive my fucking couch looks, too. So, anyway. He's talking about what qualifies as cheating. And he asked, like, is going to see a prostitute cheating, or if you get off but you don't get the other person off, is that cheating? Like, what the flying fuck are you? You guys know I love Roca, but what? Like, of course it's cheating, unless you and your partner have an agreement of what you guys are allowed to do. You know, like, Dorina talks about it all the time that she's in a non-conventional marriage, so, like, and then therefore would not be cheating when you guys are on the same page. But are you kidding? Like, no shit, Sherlock. It's cheating if you fucking go see a prostitute and or just decide to go get somebody to go down on you, but you don't go down on them. Yeah, it's fucking cheating. It's cheating. Right? Like, what a crazy... I can't believe he just asked that. And then Ellis is like, oh, you and your lady have some stuff to work on then. And Roca was like, what are you talking about? I would never to my lady. It's like, if you would never, it's because you know it's wrong, because it's cheating. Anyway, none of that's what we were talking about today, but just heard that and wanted to respond to it. I legitimately also now I'm looking in here at this playback of me in my fucking fort, and this is amazing. Maybe I should do a stream like this all the time. Okay, guys, tons of stuff to go over today. I've been doing a lot of consuming of content in the last 24 hours. So I really wanted to, I always check out the DC shows, but after Crisis on Infinite Earth, I wanted to see how these shows went about things. So I watched Batwoman and Supergirl last night. I'm going to watch the new Green Arrow and the Canaries backdoor pilot tonight. Like all of those things. And definitely we've got a lot of stuff to talk about with that and how they dealt with everything. Also what happened on Batwoman, which is monumental, and Curb Your Enthusiasm came back, guys, which I like didn't even realize it was coming back this weekend, and holy shit, it was so good. If you're like me and didn't know it was coming back, and then like we're on Twitter and seeing people post Larry David in the MAGA hat, and you're like, wait, what the flying fuck is going on? But it was really awesome. So I'm excited to have that be back. I'm also almost done with this last season of Grace and Frankie. I've got one episode left. But something happens on that show that I wanted to talk about on the stream today. And then also the SAG Awards happened, guys. So I definitely want to get your thoughts. I didn't watch the awards. I was keeping up with a lot of the winners, but more so the speeches, and Joaquin Phoenix's speech would like had me in tears. That I want to talk about, and also the Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston stuff, because obviously you know where my heart is on that one. So much stuff, so little time. Actually, not so little time. We're here for an hour. Curious if SEN is finally going off. Like, why do they run so long? How long is the show going to be? Just as long as they want it to be? All right, well, that is what it is. Okay, so don't forget, though, guys, if you are here for the first time, welcome, rock stars. Happy to have you. Don't forget to thumbs up. So give those thumbs. That really helps. Subscribe. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. We're at 19.2. Guys, we're at 19.2, and I've been saying that for quite some time. Let's get those subscribers up. Trying to get to 20,000. We like shot out of that cannon after the Collider debacle, and now just really working on that. So one of the best ways you can do that, guys, is telling your friends. If you tell your friends that you like this stream, they want to be a rock star, etc., you know, say nice things about me and shit like that, then maybe they want to join us, and then maybe they subscribe. So that is the best way to go about that. Also, if you are able to support me financially, I really appreciate it, especially as we are on the second half of this month and all of the bills are coming the fuck up. One way to do it is here in the super chat. You can super chat, or better than that is Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. That is the best way to financially support me right now, because it doesn't take the same percentage that YouTube does, which YouTube takes like an undisclosed percentage, but it's usually around 30%. They kind of just do whatever the fuck they want. Although super chat's still great, but streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I give shout out to every person who super chats and every person who Streamlabs, no matter what the amount is. So I really, really appreciate that. And also my Patreon, patreon.com/Roxy Stryer. A couple super chats that happened between last stream and this stream, or Streamlabs, again, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, that took place between yesterday's stream and now. Shout out to Lloyd Nance, who was our very first super chatter ever. So we love Lloyd for more reasons than that. But he says, hi Roxy, love ya, happy Monday. And he sent 2 Streamlabs in. So we really appreciate that, Lloyd. You rock. Happy Monday to you as well. Yeah. Every time I look down and see this, like, do you think if you didn't usually watch my stream, you would think that this was part of furniture or like part of the wall? Kind of wild. Like, I could just make a hole. Oh, that looks like it blends right in. So crazy. I love my fuzzy pillows. I love throw pillows. I don't know people who, there's only one person I know who loves throw pillows as much as I do, and it's Amanda Makuga. Amanda Makuga, Josh Makuga's wife, loves throw pillows. She is completely and totally obsessed, and so do I, and I love throw blankets. Also, shout out to Jake Iacovetta and Paul Denuzio for a new shirt that's on the way to me right now. I'm really excited about it. I'll show you guys, but it's a Baby Yoda shirt with Baby Yoda drinking coffee at Central Perk. So like combining my favorite fandoms, which is the absolute shit. Gotta love it. Speaking of shirts, guys, there's apparel. If you guys want, check out in the description below. There's Samuel Mose does the best job with the merch. So badass. Tons of different shirts, rock star kind of shirts. There's ones with me and Darina on it, like a band album. There's a Ramby shirt, if you guys remember my Rambo, Roxy's Rambo, Ramby. Rockstar shirt, Suck My Schlong, tons of Can I Come, all those different things. So check that out if you guys are looking for some merch. Shout out to Dave Chandler in the super chat, killing it, Roxy. Happy Monday. Thank you, Dave. Really appreciate you. And then going over to Streamlabs, again, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. King Nirvana 24 says, hello. Hello, King Nirvana. Happy to have you here. I do love Nirvana. I can't lie. I do. I love grunge music in general. you guys know my thing for Chris Cornell and how much I love Soundgarden and Alice in Chains and all the amazing grungy 90s rock Seattle type bands. But Nirvana's pretty dope. So King Nirvana, you're good in my book. Glenn Caesar, the most generous person on the planet, in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Hi Roxy, love you. Just wanted to say happy Monday. Nice fort that you built there, Rockstars band. I totally forgot about Batwoman last night. Thanks for the reminder. P.S. Yes, I'd say that's cheating. Okay, let's break this down. And anybody $10 and up gets a Harley voice, or whatever. You guys can request whatever kind of voice that you want me to do, and fuck it, maybe I can try. Glenn, thank you for complimenting my fort. I used to build many forts as a kid. We actually had a room in my house that we called the mattress room, and like, I don't know what we had, just like 5 different twin mattresses. They weren't on anything. They were just mattresses because they were like really thin mattresses, old, and anytime that we would have, like, any of us would have a sleepover with somebody or whatever, we would pull out a mattress. It was so fucking bizarre. But we used to make like these crazy forts in that room with blankets and and the room was like tiny. I mean, I would say it was like, I mean, not that this couch is tiny for a couch, but for a room, it was probably the size of this couch. So we would go in there and like deck out the room and make it like all different mattress 40. So, you know, this is not my best fort, but it's still kind of a fort. I feel like to be a fort, I would need this to be over my head. So now I'm in a fort. Oh man! Also in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Anthony Persack, shout out to Anthony. If I butchered your last name, it's only because I'm the worst, not because you're anything. Anthony Persack. That's okay. I don't feel as bad because he spelled my first name wrong. Anthony, it's okay. Everybody spells it with an I. It's with a Y. People, Roxy, you're the best. Thanks for everything. Last name, oh, he put it in here. Last name is pronounced Persack, by the way, LOL. Oh my God, he even told me how to do it in there. Okay, so I did get it right one of the times at least. Shout out to Anthony Persack then. Thank you so much for the Streamlabs. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Lots of comments on my pillows and my fort. Thanks, friends. Thank you, friends. So, friends, speaking of being friends, let's talk a little DC after Crisis. So, by a show of bunnies in the live chat, and if you're here after the fact, you can comment along. Who is watching CW DC TV shows after Crisis on Infinite Earths? We've got a backdoor pilot from Arrow taking place tonight, and next week is the finale of Arrow ever, the final episode ever. We had Batwoman and Supergirl last night. Legends is coming back. Then they're adding new shows, Lois and Clark, or I think they're calling it Superman and Lois. Wow, okay, a lot of bunnies coming in. Okay, so I'm not the only one. I will say that they both, Supergirl and Batwoman, did address Crisis on Infinite Earths last night. They did address it, and on Supergirl, it had like a big effect on the show, and actually on Batwoman too, especially towards the ending. So that was pretty cool that they didn't just make it so like Crisis didn't matter at all to these shows. I was glad to see that they were somewhat incorporated still, because it's like if you're gonna do this massive over 2 months 5-night crossover event, but then you're never gonna talk about it again, what's the fucking point? So I was really glad that the writers really did work it into the story, but that wasn't the coolest thing about last night. The coolest thing about last night was what happened on Batwoman, and this is a spoiler for Batwoman. I'll start waving my hands when I'm done with spoilers if you want to mute it. But spoiler for Batwoman, last night, Kate Kane, Batwoman, Ruby Rose's character, is in a predicament because she doesn't want to say to the world who she is because she doesn't want to give up her secret identity. But part of who she is a lesbian, and she is put in a situation where there's a young lesbian woman who's still in the closet, and she had been outed by her peers to her parents, and she was distraught, and she's talking to Batwoman and doesn't know that Batwoman's a lesbian, about how she feels like she's always gonna have to be in the closet and it's never gonna get better and all this stuff, and Batwoman kind of stays quiet. And then later on in the episode, they find out that Batwoman, or Batwoman's sister, who's a villain, makes Batwoman take off her mask, and this young lesbian woman sees, or girl, she's in high school, sees that it's Kate Kane, who she knows is Forbes, like 30 under 30. There was like a 30 under 30 specifically for gay people or something like that, and that Kate Kane was in it. So she's like, oh my God, you're a lesbian too. Whatever. It's this not whatever, but it's this huge moment. And it's the first time, and then Kate Kane gets outed to everybody that she is Batwoman. And so it's the first time that we have a publicly gay superhero on one of these shows. Batwoman was already breaking ground by having the first openly gay superhero in the title of a superhero show, played by a lesbian actress, and then now having not only all of that be public to us, like consumers, but now in their actual earth, having that be public. So it was pretty fucking cool. And then CW put out this thing that was a Catco magazine cover, having Cara Danvers do the interview with Kate. And so it's an article written by her, but it's the magazine cover for Catco, which is Cat Grant's company, in Supergirl, saying that she's a lesbian. The whole thing, I know it sounds kind of complicated, but it really wasn't. It was very well handled and really exciting. And I feel like it's so crazy that we're in 2020 and it's the first time that's ever happened. We're just slowly but surely making new ground. And these superhero shows are on the forefront of being inclusive to the LGBTQ plus community, which is why I think that so many people grasp onto these superhero stories, because they have always been groundbreaking in this area. And even when other mediums were not talking about characters of different religions, sexual orientations, ages, ethnicities, all of this stuff, even when other mediums were not, the superhero genre, Marvel and DC both, have always been doing this. So it's pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. And I was really excited to see that. Also, the other big reveal there, and the thing that I was telling you was talking about how Crisis affected it, is that we see at the end of the episode her sister Beth with the long brown hair, and somehow with Crisis, we're seeing the version of Beth that is not the crazy version, probably the version that was found after the car crash, and that's going to be really interesting to discover. So that's it in terms of Batwoman spoilers right now. Waving my hands. Yeah, so really, really cool. Excited about everything Batwoman is doing. Supergirl was a pretty standard episode. It was very Brainy centered. So if you really like Brainiac 5, it was a cool episode for you. And I'm excited to see this backdoor pilot tonight. I've not been stoked about this new Canary show. It doesn't really move the needle for me, but I'm willing to give anything a shot. DC has a lot of goodwill in my soul, so yeah. So I'm excited about that, and continuing to explore this entire universe. I mean, people were talking about superhero fatigue years ago, and it just doesn't seem like it's actually happening. I mean, people might be tired of it, but it doesn't seem like it's going away, and it seems like there's still just as much of a want for it. Everybody's still asking for this. That's why they keep doing, or at least they're watching it, which is why they keep doing more shows. Like I said, the Superman and Lois show, the Green Arrow and the Canary show. We're getting a Green Lantern Berlanti HBO Max show. The Aquaman animated series that's going to HBO Max. Stargirl that's coming out. That's going to be CW and DC and HBO Max. Kind of confusing on that one. So the Mo shows Mo better, I guess. Maybe. Yeah, it's a DC kind of year. And with Birds of Prey coming out, you guys saw I did that unboxing yesterday, which was really cool. Thank you again to Liza from Warner Brothers. I'm excited. I'm excited for what we have in store. It all looks pretty cool. Speaking of cool, let's check out what's going on in the Streamlabs. Again, Super Chat here or streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I read every single Streamlab, every single Super Chat, no matter what the price is. And thumbs up, guys. Give a thumbs up. We've got over 160 people watching live right now and 73 thumbs up. So unless more than half of you guys are hate watching me right now, get those thumbs going and subscribe. We're at 19.2. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. Send buddies if you think we can do it, guys. Can we get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the month? We got 10 days to do it, 11 days. Be pretty crazy. If we could. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Don Stiletto. Thank you, Don, who says, I started watching the Harley Quinn show and it's great. Other the voice of Harley Quinn is off. I like the original Harley Quinn actor more. I think Haley Cuoco is doing actually a really good job. It's hard to fill Harley's shoes. What is it? Tara Strong is the one that you're talking about, or there's a lot of Harley voices. A lot of people think of Margot Robbie as the Harley Quinn now. So it is hard, but I do like the voice. It is different. My favorite voice is Lake Bell as Poison Ivy. I've told you guys that, but there's so many great voices on that show, and the show is amazing. If you have the DC Universe app and you're not watching Harley Quinn animated, even if you're like me where you don't prefer animated, trust me, go watch this show. It is so good. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, most generous man on the planet. Glenn Caesar, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. He says, Roxy, did you forget to tweet that you were live streaming? Oh no, I forgot to hit tweet? Oh, shoot. There, I just hit tweet. I wrote out the tweet, but I forgot to hit it. Thanks for reminding me, Glenn. Oh, man. That's why I was still up. I always do things like that. John Bailey in the house, guys. Epic voice guy. Hey, friend. Happy you're here. I always love when my friends pop in and support. It's pretty cool. And I've got, I know that you guys always love that too. Every time I think of John, I want to try saying like, in a world. I need coaching on it. In a world. Is that better? In a world. None of it's great. None of it is great. That's why I don't get paid the big bucks to do that. Going back to Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, the best way to financially support me if you are so inclined. Paul DeMuzio in the house. Paul says, happy Monday. How could Billy sell his loyalty like that? Off to see Bad Boys. Have a great stream. Paul, let's break that down. Guys, Billy Belford, my very own Mon, Billy Belford, went on a tweet thread and said that he's rooting for Shannon's team Corruption this year, that he loves Shannon. And no shout out to your girl Rox. Hashtag Rockstars forever. People think that it might have been a bad draft. People think that it might have been okay. But in general, let's just see who starts winning. And then you guys can take your votes. Don't ever doubt a rock star. Just saying. So what a traitor, Paul. Thank you for being, not Paul, you're not the traitor. I'm saying Paul, yes, Billy was a traitor. Have fun with Bad Boys. I really loved it. Really loved it. I don't know whether it was as amazing as as I think it was, or if it was just so amazing because it was the movie I saw after Doolittle. But either way, Bad Boys for life. That's my thought process on it all. PC in the super chat. Cool socks, Roxy. Are you watching the Super Bowl? Yeah, I will probably watch the Super Bowl. I say probably like that because I don't have plans for it yet, but I don't ever not watch the Super Bowl. As a Patriots fan, I've been spoiled because usually when I watch the Super Bowl, we're in it. But I think I'll watch. I don't know where though. Maybe a bar, maybe a friend's house. Maybe with you guys. What is everybody doing for the Super Bowl? Let your girl know. Don Salado in the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Yes, that is who I meant. Tara Strong. Yeah, she's really. When I think Harley Quinn, that's what I think of as well. She's really incredible. Her voice acting is like unmatched. She's really, really good. So, yeah, she's really good. Speaking of voice actors, going back to John Bailey, he says that I nailed it in a world. Pretty good, won't cut it. Epic is the only way to do it. Smart. And then he said his first animated crush was Thumper's girlfriend in Bambi. What? Also, John Bailey's not a fan of Kaylee Cuoco. Did I call her Haley or did I call her Kaylee? I said Kaylee Cuoco, right? And he's not a fan of her. I'm hearing mixed things. I like it. I didn't like it when I was hearing her in like promos, but after watching the entire show, she really grew on me because I feel like she has a total grasp for the character, and so I really am enjoying her a lot. I really am. And again, in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, MVG512. Roxy should enter the Women's Royal Rumble this Sunday. I would get my ass handed to me. Are you cray cray? I will go to the gym a little bit, but like, I would get my ass kicked. It would be bad. It would be really bad. Guys, let's talk a little bit of Curb Your Enthusiasm, because if you're like me, again, you had no idea that this was coming back, but it did. Sorry. That's not true. I knew it was coming back. I did not know it was coming back last night. But it came back in such a big way. Throw bunnies in here if you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Throw bunnies. It was so good. It came back last night. It was the season 10, episode 1 premiere. And guys, no bunnies in here so far. Nobody's watching. Okay, PC watched. So West and Ira watched. Not that much. Joey watched. Okay, so not that many of you guys watched it. I'm telling you, if you are a Larry David fan, or if you are into Curb, but you kind of fell off of it a little bit, now's a good time to come back, because last night's episode was so funny. They addressed, I won't do spoilers because a lot of you guys haven't seen it, so they addressed like a lot of Me Too stuff, but in the way that he does it, so smart and like snarky, and you just kind of like always want to punch Larry David in the face. That's the point. He's just so punchable. And it was awesome. And then he addresses a lot of Trump stuff. If you've seen the promo image everywhere, he's wearing that MAGA hat. And I was like confused about why his character would be wearing a MAGA hat, but they totally made it make sense, and it was awesome. So into it. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this was like one of the best episodes in a long time. In a long time. Wow, I'm surprised with how few of you guys are really into it. I mean, there's a lot of great comedies going right now. The final season of Modern Family has been awesome. This last season of Schitt's Creek has been amazing. This last season of The Good Place, oh my god, all my favorite shows are coming to an end, has been really rad. That was rad with an R. They're all great. So, you know, but this comedy's different. This is like raunchier, and like I said, you don't want to punch anybody in the face as much as you want to punch Larry David's character in this in the face. Because he just like always fucks up, but he always blames it on somebody else and takes no credit. It's so good. And you wouldn't think the episode would work if you like pitched, like I just said, you know, he's dealing with Me Too and Trump and MAGA and like all that, and it's funny. You'd be like, what? How? I don't know. He just finds a way to do it. And I like the secretary character. And also, I've had many friends who have worked on that show before, and they've all said that like you barely get a script for the show. It's like it will be like where you are and like what the point of the scene is, but you won't get your lines, and it's a lot of improv, which I think is awesome, which is why it comes across so like awkward but real life like, because they're really just like, you know, not making shit up, but like they are shooting from the hip. Speaking of shooting from the hip, I told you guys I've been working on my reel. And that's the line that Rami Malek says to me. You guys will see my reel hopefully by the end of this week. Hopefully my new reel will be up, because Rox has got to get herself some work. So got to get that new reel going. It's so crazy how when you are out of work, you have to work twice as hard to get work. Like it takes more hours than when you were working to get more work. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Kinda, not really. Let's talk about the SAG Awards, guys. Let's get into the SAG Awards. And unless you guys have more to say on Curb Your Enthusiasm or DC, Crisis on Infinite Earth, Life After Crisis on Infinite Earth, other DC shows, I do want to talk a little bit of SAG, because I did not watch, I'm being honest with you guys, I watched a lot of clips, but I did not watch the SAG Awards. Actually, I think they were on TNT, and I had a lot of friends who did coverage for it, by the way. Check out Black Hollywood Live, Popcorn Talk, and AfterBuzz TV if you want red carpet coverage. They did a really great job with interviews and whatnot. That's really cool. I'm so proud of the networks that I work for, that they get such great people and great places on the carpet. You have to like work your ass off for that. So that was really, really cool. But I did not watch the actual show, but there were some amazing moments and speeches and stuff that happened there. So I do want to get into that. If you want to join the conversation, write anything in the chat. And also, don't forget Super Chat or Streamlabs is the best way. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I'll read every Streamlab, every Super Chat, no matter how big or small the donation contribution is. Also subscribe, thumbs up. We got over 160 people watching now and only 117 thumbs up. So unless a bunch of you guys are hate watching me, get those thumbs going. And also tell a friend. Don't forget, tell your friends that you could be friends and do this every weekend. Who wouldn't want to come join my fort? Okay. So, SAG Awards last night. The biggest things that I saw were this Joaquin Phoenix speech. Did you guys see this when he won the award for Joker? He did something really cool. And if you're like me, who has wanted to be an actor your entire life, then you know, like, I've never thought about my wedding before, or like what it would look like, or what my dress would be, or any of those things that a lot of little boys and girls think about. I always thought about winning my first major award. When I was younger, it used to be an Oscar, then it was an Emmy. You know, you practice your speech, you think about the dress you're gonna wear. So many different moments. And so I think that you always think about what you would say. And I think what Joaquin Phoenix did last night was so respectful, because he went around the room to everybody who had been nominated in that category, and he gave credit to every one of them, and I thought that was awesome. He told that Leonardo DiCaprio thing where when he was auditioning when he was younger, he was always going up against Leo, and he gave a lot of credit to Adam Driver's incredibly nuanced performance and said that he deserved to be there. And when he got to Taron Egerton, it was really sweet, because he said, you know, I'm really excited to see what you do with the rest of your career. But that's what, then he transitioned from that to saying, I'm here on the shoulders of my favorite actor, Heath Ledger. And that made me so upset. I was so glad that he said it, and I thought that this was his best speech for award season yet. And he's doing a lot of winning so far, but it was so sad, because you look at Taron Egerton, who's 30 years old, and has done some incredible things. I mean, getting this nomination, a lot of people, you know, I think he win the Globe, but then didn't get the Oscar nom. So a lot of people have been talking about him, and just think that he's incredible. And I agree. I think he's incredible. I didn't love that movie, but I think that he was amazing in it, and in general, he's an incredible performer. And I feel like we look at it and we guarantee, you know, he's probably going to be nominated again in the future. He's probably going to get a lot of love in the future. He's probably going to book a ton of new roles and work in all different genres and have a long-ass career and be similar to Joaquin Phoenix and Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt and all of these people who have worked for decades. But then you think about Heath Ledger, and, you know, there was a time where we thought that of him too. There was a time where we thought that he was gonna have all of those years ahead, and that any of his nominations would be the firsts of many, and there would be years and decades of that to come, just like you think for Taron. And it just made me so sad. It made anybody, because Taron, like I said, is 30. Heath was 28 when he died, even though I always think of him as part of the 27 Club, right around there. By the way, I don't know why I call it, or we call it, the 27 Club. Like, what a fucking shitty thing to be a part of. But yeah, I was like watching that. I tweeted about this because I was just watching it over and over again, and I just felt just fucking crushing about him. And thinking about, like, today, all the movies we see, a lot of those roles that we've seen other people in, those would be Heath roles. You just know it, you know? You can just feel it. So, and not that there's any point in thinking about that. It is what it is. But anyway, I thought that speech was really moving, and I thought that it was nice that he took the time to go around and say that about everybody. And it made me also think about one day, hopefully, if I ever win any kind of award, SAG, Oscar, Emmy, Golden Globe, anything like that. I think I just want to, like, I do, of course, want to pay thanks to people, but I think I just want to, like, look at everything. I feel like getting up there, none of them really ever taken that moment. Like, you hear from so many people, like, I blacked out, or I forget what that was like, or, like, and obviously it's televised, so you can watch it back, but, like, you can't feel that ever again. Unless you win again. But that first time, I don't know. I've always thought that would be such a crazy thing. Such a crazy thing. Speaking of my friends who have joined the stream, guys, we said goodbye to John Bailey, but we say hello to Ben Goddard, who says this is the coziest live stream ever. I do agree. Ben, you missed. I made a fort. I was getting a lot of glare. Want to see? There was a lot of glare coming through. So we built a fort. Here it is. Sometimes in life, you just gotta build a fort keep the glare out. And then also like all the other things that are up. Hopefully I blocked that out from you guys again. I told you guys, I'm still fucking working on it. I am working on figuring out how to set up my better camera that you guys got me, which is amazing. This new mic that I got, and having to connect it, and having the camera stay on for more than 20 minutes, and having my audio not sound like this, and having my thing not have glare like that, and having like all the fucking things. I am not a tech genius. I'm not even proficient in tech. I'm not even bad at tech. I'm horrible. So like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, but I'm working on it, and I swear I'm gonna keep trying, and yeah, hopefully you guys will stick with me through it. Ben says that I'm Roxanne MacGyver over here, which I appreciate. That is like how I fix shit. Like if you ever see anything that I've tried to fix, it's got like 4 rolls of tape on it, like a paper clip, a magnet, it's like stuck to a string, you know, on a pulley lever system. It's like, I mean, it's just like so, I just rig everything. Not very good at it, but anyway, that's why we're in a fort today. Ben, my comfy, cozy, awesome fort. Also, like, I can't get, there's a coffee table here, and you guys are on a tripod over there, and I know I'm so far away, but when I move the coffee table closer, and then I move that closer, then I have to move it down, and I can't, like, get the whole show. Whatever, it just fucking doesn't work. I could explain it more, but it's not even, there's nothing really to explain. The only thing to explain is that I suck at this shit. I suck at this shit. So I'm gonna work on getting better. I watched like 4 hours of YouTube tutorials on things the other day. I didn't retain any of it. It's hard. It's hard. I don't even know how to fully use Streamlabs. Like you guys know, quick plug, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. It's the best way to support me financially, but all I do is I link my Streamlabs to my PayPal so that you guys can do that. But a lot of people use Streamlabs. It's like a whole OBS system, but I can't figure out how to do it, so I don't use it for that purpose, which is why on like Ben and Drew's Action Industries show or SEN or any of these shows, you see the things popping up. They're using Streamlabs OBS or whatever, I'm assuming, but I don't know how. So there's that. Okay, guys, keeping up the SAG Awards talk, because again, like I said, I didn't watch, but I still was inundated with content on Twitter and Instagram. The other thing that got people seemingly really talking was that Brad Pitt and Angelina, oh my god. That was like the cardinal sin. Fuck that. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Somebody revoke my Jennifer Aniston card right now. That was really rude. Team Jen forever, by the way. I totally had one of those shirts growing up. It's fine. But there was all those pictures. So there was a couple different moments. Number one, there was a Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston like going into hug each other moment that everybody was talking about. And then the one that made more news was when Jennifer Aniston was giving her acceptance speech. She was, for a morning show, she was giving her speech, and Brad Pitt was backstage and stopped in front of a TV to watch her give her speech, just to like pay respect. And everybody took that as a sign that they're still like 100% in love and gonna get back together, which I want to be like, you fools, that's not what that means. You can be exes and just support each other. But like, low-key, I totally think they're gonna get back together. And it's not just because of this, guys, okay? It's not just because of that hug, and it's not just because he stopped to listen to her speech, and it's not, you know, it's not just because of this one night. I've been reading a lot in the tabloids, which is how every sound piece of information starts, and I've been reading a lot about this. They seemingly have been hanging out a little bit more. And listen, I never like want anybody to break up with anybody, but like, it feels like, and Brad Pitt made that joke on his acceptance speech about his Tinder profile, which I don't think he's on, but like, If you are, maybe you and Jen will get back together. I don't even know why I want that so bad. Mostly because I would die for it, but also because it's just clearly what needs to happen. And like, you know, just it's Brad and Jen, and it was, I don't know, I don't know them at all. I've never even met either of them. I would fucking die if I did meet them. I would legitimately die. But don't they just seem like they make a good couple? Is that stupid to say? Like, what the hell do I know? But they just seem like a good match. They just seem that way. So, Brad and Jen forever, and that's kind of what happens. Going to the super chat for a second, guys, because we've got to deal with something here before we talk more SAG, if you guys want. But we're dealing with something. Ben Bateman in the super chat, he does not get the Harley Quinn voice right now. He says, I want everyone here to know that last night on the new Action Guys, Roxy sent us a Streamlabs donation and we didn't read it. She's always in our corner and got shafted. Support this woman. So like, and also incredibly ironic that Ben comes in here while I'm talking about the ex relationship of Brad and Jen. That's cool. Yeah, so I went in I know I talked about this on my stream yesterday as we were leading into their stream, and we did a whole Roxy raid, which was dope of you guys. But Ben Bateman and Andrew Guy and Mark Riley as their first guest they're doing a big Sunday stream now. Every Sunday, I believe at 5:30 for a couple of hours, and they've got like games, and they're breaking down the news of the week, and they're doing different pitches and like all kinds of shit. They did a $100 giveaway, which was wild, and I wanted to go support them because Ben comes in here all the time to support me. I'm always over there supporting them, and I was gonna do a super chat, but I was like, oh, but Drew said no, do Streamlabs instead. So I sent my first Streamlab ever. I've never sent a Streamlab, and I wrote them like this really nice message, whatever, and I put through my Streamlab. And then I sat there and I waited. And I was like, oh, okay, they probably do what I do, which is they read them in clumps. And then I sat and I waited. And I waited. And I waited. And I was chatting like the whole time with everybody. And then we get to the end of it and no Roxy shout out. Not a one. So Drew said he saw it and he forgot about it. And Ben said he never saw it. But I was sad about it. And apparently, I'm not the only one. Lucas Shashek in here. Lucas, guys, a man after my own heart. He says, I can sympathize with Roxy because I too was a victim of the Action Guys' negligence. Listen, they love their fans so much, and they are not typically negligent, but Lucas, seems like they've got a vendetta against us. I feel like they're coming for the rock stars right now, and it's just not very nice of them. So, I'm not going to say it's the last super chat you'll ever get from me, last Streamlabs, and also thank you for your super chat here, but I am just saying I'm owed a shout out, and I will get that shout out one day. Bum, bum, bum. Also in the super chat right now, guys, Draft House Games, must be my friend Hugh in here. Remember the last unboxing I did, not the one yesterday, but the one with all of the games and the shirts and all of that stuff, the massive box, that was from Draft House, they rock. He said, looking at her standing there with those yams, my two greatest enemies, Ross, Rachel Green, and complex carbohydrates. Who's standing with those yams? It sounds like you're talking about Grace and Frankie. Is that the line during the Thanksgiving episode? That's probably what it is. How could I have not realized that right away? Hugh, you rock. Thanks for being here, friend. Stone Fanboy, hope you're doing well, Roxy. Wishing for you to get in Mandalorian Season 2 so we can see you get frozen as beautiful carbonite statue. That would be dope. That would be dope. Yeah, Hugh, now I remember what you're talking about. Brad Pitt hates Jennifer Aniston in that episode. I just can't believe they weren't together anymore. Not then, now. Like, he had a whole life with Angelina Jolie and kids, and it's like hard to root against that. But then there was all that drama towards the end, and like, you know, he takes his career very seriously, and that was hard. It's like, how could somebody have ever been Team Angelina? It was always Team Jen. It was always Team Jen. And that's just the truth of the matter. I don't know. I take this stuff so seriously. Like, this is why I don't read any of those magazines, because once I'm invested in a relationship, like, I'm all in. I cannot help it. So anyway, all the Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, God, what the fuck? All the Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston stuff was definitely the biggest talk of the SAG Awards, that and the Joaquin Phoenix stuff. Yeah. And then the other thing, Seattle Kalen here brings up Justin Theroux, and I love Justin Theroux too. But is Jennifer and Justin Theroux even together still? I don't think that that's a thing anymore. Are they? I thought that they broke up. Or maybe I just completely made that up. Let's do a little digging. Jennifer and Justin Theroux. Justin Theroux found post-it notes from Brad Pitt while married to Jennifer Aniston. Yeah, they got divorced in 2017. So, there's that. And I love Justin Theroux. And I love Jennifer Aniston. But they were never, I don't know, there's something about Brad and Jen. They're just like they were the it couple. They just were. Something about them, guys. Danny Welch in the super chat. Thank you for the birthday love. Let me throw a little love your way. Hope it helps. I sang something funny for Danny yesterday. Danny, thanks for being in here. Happy belated birthday. I feel like this is such a weird thing to say, but a lot of birthdays this month. Theoretically, there's like the same amount of birthdays in every month, right? But what were people doing 9 months ago? What was that? April? A lot of sex being had in April? March? A lot of people getting laid. Maybe because it's still kind of cold out. And like, what do you do when it's cold but have sex? I really don't know if that makes any sense. But that's my theory. That's the theory. Who knows? Going back over, guys, to the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. In the Streamlabs, this is coming from Garen Gillum. Garen, thank you so much for this. Hi, Roxy. What are your plans for your channel in terms of content, camera setup, and so forth? Also, what are your favorite movies? Favorite sci-fi fantasy, favorite comedy, favorite drama, favorite thriller? A lot of questions in one. Let's try to break this down. In terms of content, camera setup, and so forth. So I've got that Canon that some of my patrons got me last year. You guys are the best. And hopefully I can use that because it's really nice. But right now I can't stream on it without it shutting off for more than 20 minutes. So I have to get different software. Then I've got a new microphone that somebody from the Schmodown gave me. That's awesome. So I have to figure out, I have to get wiring to connect those two. Then I have to be able to stream it through my computer, which I can't do right now because my computer that I got only a couple months ago, you guys remember, is the one that's been taking me this long to pay off because it was like $2,500 effing dollars so that I could do exactly this. It does not it does not recognize a microphone or a camera right now, and the camera on here is broken, so there's like a faulty issue with it, some wiring, something. So I have to bring it into the Mac store, but they don't have appointments available for 2 weeks, so I have to try to figure that out. So I will be doing like a more pro setup. I don't know whether it'll be here or maybe I'll get a backdrop for one of my walls or something. And then I really want to get back into, I want to be doing these live streams, and then I want to do more specific shows. Like I want to get back into some of my cannabis content shows, and doing more like, you guys know I did a couple episodes of Smoke Tree Explain TV where I got really stoned and I tried to explain episodes of Complicated Television from True Detective, shit like that, and cannabis reviews. And also I'd like to start having more people on. Dorina said she would come on, Roka, Riley, Ben, people in the space, and have more like interaction with that. So all different kind of things there. Thanks for asking about that. And then also I put up short films on here as well, so I really want to be filming more of those. There's 2 of them, a sorority one and Crazy Bitch, which you guys can check out now, but they're like kind of horror comedy, which have been really fun. And then in terms of my favorite movies, favorite sci-fi fantasy comedy, I don't know. My favorite comedy is Princess Bride, and then after that is Role Models, which I love. Drama is Good Will Hunting. Thriller, it always was The Sixth Sense, but I don't know anymore. There's so many great ones now. I don't know about sci-fi fantasy. I have to think about that one. Hopefully I answered enough of your questions, though. Thank you for giving a shit enough to ask. Pretty cool, and I appreciate the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Going back to the super chat, Draft House Games again. Draft House rocks. Gotta go. Got a meeting on the script. Have a great day, Roxy. That's awesome. Hugh wrote a script with the Draft House Games people. I have to finish it. I still have to read he gave it to me when we were filming, but with all these work mix-ups, trying to figure out my stuff, but that's really exciting. Yay, go Hugh, rock on. Can't wait to work together soon again on all different stuff. So yeah, guys, we've been running for almost an hour, so that means it is time to get out of here. So send in any of your last super chats, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Thumbs up if you have not already, or if you're watching this after the fact, don't forget to thumbs up. Subscribe. We are trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. We're currently at 19.2. A little bit of a slow growth after this initial boom, but we can do it, rock stars. Hell to the yeah. And tell a friend. Tell a friend, please. That's the best way to make sure that this community keeps building. The rock stars are the best stars, and I really, really appreciate you guys. You're the absolute best. Getting out of here. Just wanted to say have a great day. Oh, tomorrow I will be on SEN in the morning, and then I will be on here in the afternoon, probably at 1. So in the morning on SEN, and then here around 1 o'clock. Hopefully that works for you guys. In the Streamlabs, shout out to Don Stiletto, who just said, what is your favorite Black Sabbath album? Mine is Paranoid. Oh my god. First of all, I suck at albums. So I really don't know. I do like Black Sabbath, but I don't know Black Sabbath at all. So I don't have an answer, but I'm glad that you do. Is that a weird way to phrase it? I'm a weird person. Also shout out to Glenn Caesar, most generous person on the planet. Rena Riley Roker Roxy reunion show. Yeah, I'd absolutely love to, and I think we will. I want to try to get a little bit of a better setup in here before we do that, but they could all come join my fort anytime, and that would be great. Thank you to my amazing moderators in here. Jake Iacovetta really holding it down today. Matthew Gold holding it down. Billy, I'm crushed by you today. Crushed. Paul Denuzio is in here as well. So you guys absolutely rock. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow around 1. And until then, don't make too much trouble. Or do. Whatever. Rock stars forever, baby.